Hi guys, what's up? So, welcome to my channel. Myself Abhishek Bansal from Mumbai. I take law and audit for both inter and final. So guys, today's session is gonna be an amazing session. It's on inter audit RTP. So, we'll be doing RTP today for November 22. In case if you do not have that RTP, please download it from the ICI site. जिनके पास भी नहीं है भाई डाउनलोड कर लो RTP ICI के साइट से. घर पे नहीं आई होगी चलेगा, बट आपके पास होनी चाहिए. So all those people who are watching me from South and people from the entire India. So I'll be talking a little bit in English because people from South are also watching. And to do RTP is very important for all the 8 papers if you're appearing for both the groups, or if you're appearing only for group 2 for all the 4 papers. Reason being, things are repetitive. And when we talk about audit paper, it is very general, very common. See, there is hardly any amendment in audit, right? So things are repetitive. एक question I say कितनी बार पूछेगा? I translate this in English. One question I say will ask how many times. So definitely there are chances for repetition. So it's very important to solve the RTP. It's very important to solve the mock paper for both the series 1 and series 2 for all the 4 papers. Things are repetitive. Okay, so plus MCQs also, you can see those MCQs in the actual paper. If any of your friends is appearing in November 22 or on May 23 or November 23, so they can buy the new video on www.letslearnindia.in as you see on the screen, or they can call at 844-844-8919. As I take law also, so live batches starting from 1st December for May 23 and November 23. It's a live at home batch, live streaming, and all those people appearing for May or November, it's an amended full batch. It's a live batch, live at home. Every day 2 to 3 hours we're gonna study, and in case if you miss, backup would be provided to you. 100% backup would be provided. So you can call on 844-844-8919, or you can visit www.letslearnindia.in. So it's a live batch for law, and for audit I have already recorded the latest batch for May 23 and November 23. So you can check it. So November 22 people, doing RTP is very important. Amendment, as such, no amendment. Whatever is given in the RTP, they have just copy pasted of previous attempt. Okay. So audit of shares at discount. So this you must have studied in accounts in CA Inter law paper also. It says section 53. So in section 53, if you know, you cannot issue shares at discount. 10 rupees ka share, 10 rupees mein you have to issue. That's called as par. 10 rupees ka share when you issue at 12, 2 rupees goes to securities premium account. 10 rupees ka share at 9 when you are issuing, sir, it is not allowed. In case if you have issued, sir, it is void. And you will be liable to penalty. So company cannot issue shares at discount except sweat equity shares. Sweat equity shares is an exception to it. You can issue that. Any issues by the company at a discount price shall be void, and you will be liable to a penalty. How much is the penalty? Sir, the company and the every officer in default shall be liable to a fine which is equal to the amount raised to the issue of share at discount, or rupees 5 lakhs, whichever is less. Assume you have raised 10 lakh rupees through discount issue. So sir, rupees 10 lakhs, that is basically amount raised, or 5 lakhs, whichever is less. This is the penalty. To the company and every officer who's in default. Plus, so you have to refund the amount. At the rate of 12% per annum rate of interest from the date of issue of such shares to till the time you have issued the refund. So from the date of issue till the date of refund. Okay, so you have to refund along with the 12% interest. So penalty is there, definitely it is there, but you have to refund that amount along with 12% interest. So people who have studied through the latest batch, there is no amendment. We have already done this part. It's amendment of past attempt. It's just repetitive. Sir, at the time of internal reconstruction, what I have done, I have given to the creditors some shares at discount. Internal reconstruction accounts paper. So I am giving shares at discount to the creditors. Sir, you are giving discount. You are giving discount issue. Or it's a discount. Not allowed. Exception. It is allowed. Why? Because it is approved as per the scheme of RBI. So it says any company may issue shares at discount to its creditors. Sir, when the debt is converted into shares. So I told them you waive off the amount, and for that waiving you take shares from me. So pursuant to any resolution plan or a debt restructuring scheme, as approved by RBI. So on this point, they had asked the question in the previous attempt, May 22, because this was the last attempt amendment. So it's mere repetition. Sir, why are we doing this? It's not a law paper, agreed. But in audit, they can ask you vouching verification, audit of items of FS, audit of items of FS. So what will you see? What will you say? Sir, check. The auditor should check whether shares are issued at discount or not. Sir, if they have issued, such allotment will be void and the company has to refund. The company has to refund along with the penalty. Okay, if the auditor should check whether the discount issue is given to the creditors. If it is given, it is allowed as per the RBI scheme. So this is the content. And in the exam, if they ask vouching verification, what is the audit procedure? You just have to write check, 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 check. And for check, there are a lot of synonyms: vouch, verify, examine, ensure, comply, scrutinize, ascertain, determine, see, evaluate, study. Same answer, same answer. So the whatever content you have written, they have just copy pasted it. Okay, so that's the first point which is given in the RTP. Number 2, penalty. Penalty. So again, not a new amendment, not a new amendment, not a. So as such, there is no amendment in audit. It's just mere repetition. We have already done in the batch. People who have studied through me, we have already done in the batch. We have given the right penalty. We have done the right penalty. They are just repeating it because maybe the model was not updated. So if company audit, section 147, penalty of auditor. If any provisions of section 139 to 146 contravene, like the entire series of auditor, 139, 140, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, then, sir, then company shall be liable to minimum 25,000 rupees, maximum 5 lakh rupees. So minimum 25, maximum. Same point you have written in the notes also. You can see Auditors Chapter, section 147. And every officer, same penalty, sir, 10. Sir, 10,000 rupees, 1 lakh, 1 ka figure, 10,000 rupees, 1 lakh. Same penalty is there in your notes also. Okay. However, if the auditor contravenes, this penalty is for the auditor. So if the auditor contravenes, section 139, 144, 145. 139 is basically appointment, 144 is basically prohibited services, 145 is signing of audit report. 139, guys, it is basically appointment, 144 prohibited service, 145 signing of the audit report. Then same penalty of the company, he'll be liable for 25,000 rupees, but which may extend to 5 lakh rupees. So it is 25,000 to 5 lakhs, or 4 times the remuneration, whichever is less, or 4 times the remuneration whichever is less. Same penalty. Oh, जानबूझ के means purposely you have done wrong to defraud the company, the shareholders, the creditors, or tax authorities. If knowingly or willfully the auditor contravenes, so he will be liable to a penalty of minimum 50,000 rupees, which may extend to 25 lakh rupees, or 8 times the remuneration. 8 times. Here it is 4 times above, but if you have done purposely, it is 8 times. It is 8 times. And he is liable up to 1 year. So in the MCQ, they can ask you to calculate, or maybe they can ask you direct question. So it is, if it is purpose willfully, to 50,000 to 25 lakh rupees, or 8 times the remuneration, whichever is less, then and imprisonment up to 1 year. So you can check in your notes, the same penalty would be written there. You can check. Plus, sir, you have to refund the remuneration, plus you have to pay for the damages also, in case if you are caught in the proviso. So this is the penalty. So as such, there is no change, there is no amendment as given by the institute in the RTP. For November 22, there is no such amendment for audit. Clear? In the batch, we have done the updated thing only. In case you have studied from somewhere else and you see some pointers are missing, you can write. So this topic, 53 section, will find audit of items of FS, and in company audit you will find auditors wala chapter, section 147, penalties. Okay, cool. Now let's do the MCQs part. MCQs. So let's do this. So generally what happens is people don't solve RTP. It will take, I think, 30-35 minutes, maximum 45 minutes of your lifetime, of your life. Please do this, because orally when you solve it on your own, it takes time. When you do with me, it will be quick. Cool. So let's do it together. Sir, case 1. Sam and Company, a CA firm, is in the process of finalizing the audit of Health and Wealth Limited, which is a company listed on BSE. So please underline it, it's a listed company. So whenever you see in the question listed, please underline listed. Okay. This is a CA firm auditing a health and wealth limited. Health is wealth limited has made its presence felt over 10 countries including India, making it a leader in the global fitness industry. It runs a chain of fitness centers that offer energetic group workouts. Oh ho 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 ho. Multiple workout formats. Oh ho ho ho. It offers the best equipment, knowledgeable staff and personal advice in the welcoming environment. Full time pass. Only the most important one was listed company it is. I don't know what is the relevance, but listed company. Number 2 para. Sam & Company, being a very reputed firm, was appointed as a statutory auditor of Health and Wealth Limited. The engagement partner CAA and her team, so that means CAA is a female. Her team of 8 members have conducted audit in an effective and efficient manner. The senior manager in the team, CAK, is of the opinion that they have obtained SI. They have obtained SI, which concludes that the misstatement whether individual and aggregate are material but not pervasive. Material but not pervasive. Material but not pervasive. One of the article clerk, Mr. N, is a fresher and this is his first audit experience as an auditor of a limited company. He is a sharp boy, like you people, sharp boy, and has grasped all the concepts and techniques very well. Whoa brother, whoa man. However, the term pervasive confused him. Hey, sir, what is pervasive? English boy, English problem. So K patiently explained him to Mr. N the pervasive effects on the FS as per the auditor's judgment. So K explained him. He explained the pervasive effects in the auditor's judgment are not confined to specific elements, blah 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 blah. If so confined, represent or could represent a substantial proportion of the FS in relation to disclosure fundamental to the user's understanding, are confined to specific elements. Okay. Mr. N understood the term well and thanked CAK for clearing his doubt. Thank you, sir. You cleared my doubt. Full story they have given, but the question I think it could be on material but not pervasive. Material but not pervasive. Having obtained psi, material but not pervasive. Having obtained psi, material but not pervasive. That's a hint. So whenever a question comes for MCQ, you have to hunt for the hint. Hunt for the hint. Oh, still story is there. CAK disagreed with K that they have obtained psi, which could conclude that misstatements are material but not pervasive to the FS. So the entire team held various meetings and discussion and finally reached to the conclusion. And guys, finally reached to the conclusions. Now, they concluded that they have obtained reasonable assurance to the FS as a whole are free from material misstatement whether due to fraud or error. The conclusion took into account was whether psi has been obtained, whether uncorrected misstatements were material in individual or in aggregate, and the evaluation. The audit report was in writing and it was decided that an unmodified opinion should be expressed. Unmodified. Clean. The first section of the auditor's report include the auditor's opinion would be the heading opinion. Following the opinion section was with the heading for basis. So first opinion, then basis. When express an unmodified opinion, the auditors will use the following phrase. In our opinion, to the best of our information, gives true and fair view. Take it. So I think SA 700 is getting attracted in the audit report chapter. If you have studied, if you remember a little bit. During the audit team had observed that there was uncertainty in health is wealth relating to the future outcome of a regulatory action. So a paragraph was included in the auditor's report that referred to a matter which was appropriately disclosed in the FS. A matter which was disclosed in the FS. A matter which was disclosed in the FS, we write in one para. Which para? You know it. You know it. And it was such important that it was fundamental to the user's understanding of the FS. To the user's understanding. That is the one para I have taught you. You must have also studied from different teacher. CAA also determined whether the FS includes any comparative information. So one more essay, comparative information. 710, correct. One team member, Mr. R, was curious to know whether the auditor's opinion is referred in the corresponding figures or not, whenever the corresponding figures are presented. CAK explained the circumstance to R in which corresponding figures are presented. Auditor's opinion referred to corresponding figures. So this is on 710. Let's check out the questions. First question. CAK explained to N the pervasive effects on the FS in the auditor's judgment. Which of the following combination best answers as explained by K? The previous page we will go 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 1 second. 1, 2, B was 2, 3, 3, 4. 2, 3, 3, 4. D 1, 2, 3. So you have to hunt. Which is the best combination? Pervasive. Pervasive, I have taught you universal application, right? Universal application. It's not only to specific, universal application. That means are not confined to specific. This is first point. Now, when you see first point, this get cancelled, this get cancelled. I have to decide from A and D. If so, confined represent could represent substantial proportion, material and pervasive universal applicability in relation to the fundamental. Obviously, na, if it is material and pervasive, it is affecting the users. I think 1, 2, 3. Because fourth talks about are confined to specific. This is not confined to specific. Pervasive means universal application, like it's seen everywhere, right? So I think D is the right answer, D. So don't check below, don't check behind, I'll just write it. So first is D. First is D. 1, 2, 3. If you have a different answer, you can note down different answer, okay? When expressing an opinion, an unmodified opinion, Sam and company use the following phrase. Which is the other phrase as regards being equivalent? So they have used, it is giving true and fair view. Accompanying FS is giving true and fair view. So similar to do this, what they can write? In our opinion, the FS is giving true and correct. This cannot be there. True and correct to nahi. In D also, sir, it gives correct and fair view. Correct and fair view nahi. We talk only about true and fair. In our opinion, the accompanying FS are present correctly. Okay. And C talks about in our opinion, the accompanying FS present fairly. Correctly, fairly. So you have to decide from B and C. Tell me, what is your answer? Guys, what is your answer? Fairly? Fairly. C. So true and fair view? Fairly. True and fair view. That's a hint. Fairly. Okay. Third. Which of the following is not included in the section with the heading basis for opinion? Oh, by essay 700 we have done. In basis you have to start and you have to write 4 points. Hunt. Which is not included. Which is not included. Which is not included. This is there. Our responsibilities under the SS given in the next para. We have obtained psi. This is also there. We are independent of the entity and complied with all the relevant requirements. Correct? Audit is conducted as per essay standards on audit. Here they have given accounting standards. So this is not included. Okay. Third ka is A. Fourth. A paragraph was included in the auditor's report of Health is Wealth Limited that referred to a matter which was appropriately disclosed in the FS. Matter which is disclosed in the FS. You know it. And it is fundamental. What is the section the report called as? One para which says about matter is appropriately disclosed in the FS. It is fundamental. Which para? EOM para. Correct. B. EOM para. Fifth. CA explain the circumstance to R in which when the corresponding figures are presented, the auditor's opinion referred to corresponding figures. Which of the circumstances did he mention to Mr. R? When do you talk about corresponding figures? When do you include corresponding figures? When the prior period FS are not audited. This is the same. This is a definition basically. This is a definition exactly. Okay. 5 is done. Cool. We check the answer later on. Let's do all the MCQs first. Second. Bharat Bank has a nationalized bank, has branches all over India and has been the most popular public sector bank in India for the past few years. The bank is governed by the Banking Regulation Act 1949, Central State Auditors of Bank. Okay. Bharat Bank, nationalized bank. Bank audit. The engagement partner CAC commenced the audit with his team of 7 members, so the audit is completed on time and all the documents are submitted before due date. The audit of all the branches also started simultaneously and ABC was in constant touch with all the branch auditors. Okay. So bank audit chapter, nationalized bank. Here is the first para ka hint. As per the audit strategy, CAQ along with R and P were assigned the audit of advances, loan. Advance constitutes the largest item of the asset side of the balance sheet of the bank. Since audit of advance is one of the most important areas, It was assigned to CAQ as he was aware about functional areas of the bank. So full procedures are given here. CAQ started with verifying whether advances were classified as RBI prudential norms. There were 5 categories of advances. They were standard, substandard, doubtful loss, and special mention accounts. Bank audit chapter, you have done this. SMA. An aging analysis was available for the doubtful advances, and special mention accounts were also examined in detail. 0 month, 0 to 1 month, 1 to 3, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2. Miss R, on being instructed by CAQ, verified the securities offered by the borrowers for the bank finance. Okay. Securities. For a particular name, customer named Aquabras Private Limited, the security was in the form of delivery of goods by Aquabras to Bharat Bank. So goods were supposed to be with the intent of creating a charge. Goods were given. Movable property. Maybe they're testing about hypothecation, pledge, mortgage. Maybe. I don't know what is the question, but your brain should start processing all this. The legal ownership of the goods remained with Aquabras. In case of another name Prism Works, there were transfer of life insurance policy, okay, against life insurance policy in favor of bank. Oh, life insurance. Assignment. No, life insurance is not assignment, right? Let's see what is the question. The bank had absolute right, okay, absolute right over the policy. R examined all the documents for above 2 cases. She continued with her examination on other securities based on the sample selected by her. The story is given. So this is a chapter on bank audit. In case if you are leaving bank audit in option, you can't. Bank audit comes for sure for a 4 mark in descriptive, 1 or 2 marks minimum in MCQ. Don't leave bank audit. So all the people who have studied through me in Ahmedabad or Chennai or Bombay, boss, you have to do. Others who have studied from different teachers, please do not leave bank audit. You have to do it. Okay. So it's for everyone. While checking the classification of NPA, Mr. P came across a customer named Trustworthy, whose term loan installment was overdue for 90 days. NPA. But it was 100% secured against the office building. The same was classified as substandard. There was another customer named Super 40 who had a CC account and term loan with the bank. Super 40 had been paying the installment and term loans as well as interest on the cash credit account. And there was no overdue amount. Mr. P verified the drawing power of Super and found it less than sanction limit throughout the year. The outstanding balance of Super 40 during the year exceeded the drawing power but was less than the sanction limit. Both these advances are classified as standard advances since the recoveries were regular and outstanding balance in CC were less than the sanction limit. So full bank audit concept they have given here. Then on examination of large advances, CAQ noticed that a customer named Stylish and Smart Private Limited had one funded loan and one non-funded loan. That is, one is money is given, otherwise no money is given, only guarantee is given. CAQ check in detail where commission earned by the bank on the bank guarantee was provided on accrual basis. Okay. CAQ along with R and P verified the advance in detail and also recommend a few changes in the classification provision based on the examination of the sample selected by them. Okay, full bank audit chapter. Based on the above information, what are the subcategories of special mention accounts? So if you know it, you can do it. 0, 1, 2. 0, 1, 2. On 90 days you become NPA. Before that it's 0, 1, 2. 0, 1, 2. Stress signal 31 to 60 and 61 to 90. So now D and C goes away because it's not yet due for payment. They have clearly written stress signals. If you remember in the notes, charts have been given, right? Chart form 0, 1, 2. So I would say second ka first answer is A. Stress signals due from 31 to 60, 61 to 90. Okay. 2. Sir, creation of Aquabras, goods have come and LIC policy have come. So if you say goods have come, sir, mortgage is of immovable property, hypothecation is of the stock, but hypothecation may ownership, the possession is with the debtor only. Here the possession has been shifted, goods have come here. So it is pledge. So wherever you see the pledge, so Aquabras met is pledge. So LIC automatically becomes assignment. Assignments. 2 guys, D. Third. If in your opinion is trustworthy a standard or substandard? What is trustworthy? Let's see. Loan installment was overdue for 90 days, but it was 100% secure. 100% secure. It is due for 90 days. It is 100% secure, so it's a standard asset. It is a substandard asset, irrespective of the security. Since it is due for not due for more than 90 days, was overdue for 90 days. Words, 90 days. It is a standard asset irrespective of the security. It's a safe asset, na? If it is due for more than 90 days, then it becomes substandard, na? C. It is a standard asset irrespective of the security because it is not due for more than 90 days. C. You become substandard only after when it is due for more than 90 days, na? More than 90. C. Then, fourth. Is Super 40 classified as a standard asset? CC account had been paying installments on term loan as well as interest on CC account regularly. There was no overdue. I think no. No. So if you see no is here also, no is here also. No. You need to hunt for the answer now. Since the outstanding balance of CC exceeds the drawing power for more than it is same, so both the advances, that is the term loan CC, will be classified as NPA. The CC will be classified as NPA and the term loan as standard. It exceeded the drawing power for more than 90 days. I think both would be NPA. That's my answer. It is given in the notes, CC. In your module also they have given this. Which among the following is a non-funded loan? Matlab amount is not given. Demand loan mein money is given. Bill discount and purchase amount is given. LC. It's a non-funded loan. Nirav Modi case. Nirav Modi. LC. Nirav Modi case. LC. Okay. So this is second tough. So until unless you are not clear with the bank audit chapter, you cannot solve this. That means 10 marks are at risk. So everybody who's watching me right now, so it's very important to solve this, very important. Okay, please study bank audit thoroughly. 10 marks, it's at stake. Now, number 3. These are general MCQs. 1. As per SA 210, preconditions for an audit to do not include which of the following? Preconditions of the audit. SA 210. Acceptability of the FRF, accounting standard schedule 3, management responsibility correct, making available all the data to the auditor, integrate the key management. I think integrity. One ka is D. 2. As auditor signs a false audit report knowingly, which of the following? Jaan pooch ke you have signed false audit report. Purposely you have signed. The following principle of ethics is violated. Tough. This is tough. Integrity. Purposely you are doing it. Objectivity, no integrity. I don't know. Maybe integrity. I think this is there in the module ka correct incorrect. Somewhere I have done this in the class. B. See, professional behavior is like you are not doing work perfectly. Professional competence you are not going for audit only. You just signed this. Here you have completed the work, but you are signing false audit report. 3rd. Which of the following is most appropriate? Audit program is a detailed plan of audit strategy. No, those are different. Audit program cannot be reviewed. It can be reviewed. It is a detailed plan of applying audit procedure. It is relevant for the year for which it is useless for subsequent years. Most appropriate. As per plan, you will perform TOC or TOD. C. C. A company is engaged in the business of obtaining X from one-day-old checks, which the following is not an example of event or condition that may cast significant doubt on the entity's ability to continue GC. Not from syllabus. It is a different example. Checks. Checks. Mortality of 90% livestock of the company, like the death rate. Decision by government to ban commercial rearing of birds, one of the reasons of GC. Shifting of farm labor to respective village due to engineer's scheme of acute scarcity throughout the year. Increase in cost of feed of chicks by 20%. So if the livestock are died, it will affect your GC. Government has banned, government policy. Government schemes, scarcity, GC is affecting. I think D. D seems to be more appropriate. D. D. Fifth. LC and foreign bills purchase and discount are the examples of, we just did LC, non-funded. Non-funded. Both are non-funded. So this is non-funded, non-funded. Now you have to hunt. Non-funded, funded, non-funded, non-funded. Both are non-funded. No. Bills purchase is funded. Bills purchase is funded. So LC is non-funded, but bills purchase and discount bills purchase is funded. The fifth is B. B. Understood how to segregate. First get one answer, then strike off the other two, and then hunt for the other main answer. Let's do the correct, incorrect also. Then we'll check all the answers together. Correct, incorrect. Okay, in the exam, they are not asking you true or false. They are asking you correct, incorrect. Okay. Here they have given true or false, but please in the exam they are writing correct, incorrect only. You have to write correct, incorrect only. The following statement is correct, the following statement is incorrect, give reasons. In exam, if you see only, it is incorrect, not incorrect, okay. Out of 8, 6 would be incorrect, 2 would be correct. You need to hunt for the 2, maximum 2 or sometimes 3. If it is correct, what reason you will write? You will just copy it only, right? So it's very important to understand. In case if you are confused, don't leave it, don't leave it. You have to attempt 7 questions on 8, right? 14 marks first question, question number 1. So the level of sampling which the author is willing to accept will not affect the sample size. The level of sampling which the author is willing to take will not affect, obviously it will affect the sample size, right? Incorrect. There is no difference between audit and review, both are different. Audit is your sample, review is after you are just reviewing it, you don't give opinion in the case of review. Third. Negative assertions encountered in the FS may be expressed or implied. Probably. Incorrect? No, correct. No. I'm marking this. Marking this. Development of an audit plan is important before the establishment of audit strategy to address the various methods. It happens during the course. It happens during the course of audit. An unexplained decrease in the JP may result to fictitious sales, fake sales. Sales have done, okay, so GP would get increased, right? Increase, we are getting more sales, more sales. Sixth, an auditor has to report on the matter specified in 143(1) of the company's 2013. No, he will report only when he is not satisfied. LT dice wala answer, LT dice. He will report only when he is not satisfied. Incorrect. There is an inverse relationship between the detection risk and combined level of IR and CR. ROM into detection risk. Inversely related. This is correct. For auditor's opinion, reasonable assurance is an absolute level of assurance. Arey nice, it is less than absolute. It is less than absolute. SA 200 का answer we have done from the standards का part. We have done this. Incorrect. Let's check all the answers. Bhagwan, please, God, please. All should be right. All should be right. First, D, C, A, B, D. Yeah. Second case study, A, D, C, B, C. Hey Mukembo. Third, D, B, C, D, B. Hey Mukembo. Correct, incorrect. Incorrect, incorrect, correct. Negative assertions are encountered in the FS and the same may be expressed or implied. If it is stated that there is no contingent liability, it would be expressed and negative assertion. On the other hand, if in the balance sheet there is no item as building, it would be an implied negative assertion that they do not own any building. Achha, assertion positive, negative, negative, correct. So this was a different MCQ, I mean correct, incorrect. Sir, fourth incorrect, fifth incorrect, sixth incorrect. Seventh correct. ROM into detection risk, it is inversely variable. This is also incorrect. Reasonable assurance is a high level but not an absolute. It is less than the absolute. Everything is correct. Everything is correct. Perfect. Now, so what you have to do is, so we have done the MCQ part, we have done correct, incorrect. I think 2 or 3 questions would be repetitive. Now in descriptive, what you have to do, you must have studied from different authors. People who have studied through me, you just have to map it whether we have done this in notes or not. If it is not done, you study it from me. You just mark the different question what you have not studied. So we do it from the last chapter. Audit of different types of entities. What are the different types of entities? Page number 14. Just check whether you can write this answer or not. You have been appointed as an auditor of ABC, a 3-star hotel for the FS. As an auditor, what special point need to be considered for inventories? Inventories. Asset. Galleys. Asset. The code is verify. Valuation, existent right. Is there any charge? Schedule 3 is followed. No, Schedule 3 will not come. 3-star hotel, ABC hotel, no. Schedule 3 not. Just check whether compliance is followed and you. Because ABC hotel, they have not said about company. Very. Cinescreen multiplex. Correct. Needs to be verified in relation to receipt from sale of ticket. Sale of ticket wala answer. Sale of ticket answer. Sale of ticket. Still the answer remains the same. Income. Galis mein I income. You write vouch. Check the vouchers. We say vouchers like sale of tickets. Printed it should be serially numbered O. Check all the receipts related to current period of time. U. Check discount is approved under competent authority. Check whether any online ticket is reconcile the online tickets, physical tickets. Then C. Check whether it is booked as revenue income. H. Check it has been recorded in books of accounts. Done. Common answer. Bank audit. In carrying out the audit of advances, auditors primarily consider obtaining evidence that amounts in the balance sheet in respect of advances which are outstanding. State all the concession in this contract. That means for loans ka answer, vouching verification for loans with respect to bank audit. Wala. 1 second. So amounts including balance sheet which are outstanding at the date of balance sheet, amounts due to the bank. It should be supported by loan document. There should be no unrecorded advances. The valuation should be proper. Towards the end we have done this part. It should be classified as standard, substandard, doubtful loss, and should be provisioning should be done as per RBI norms. So directly in your own words, whatever you know about bank when they are giving loan, you can write. Advances represents amount due to the bank. It should be an asset. It should be supported by the documents. There should be no unrequired advances. It should be properly, the recoverability should be applied, like valuation should be proper, classification norms should be proper, and it should be as per RBI norms. Done. Then 26 CA Puranjay. So this is a different question, new question. This was not there in the module, neither in any author ka book. CA Puranjay is appointed as the stat auditor of 2 branches of a nationalized bank. During the course of it, he came across the following. While verifying audit of one semi-urban branch, he noticed substantial number of accounts categorized as SMA. In this context, explain the insignificance of SMA. So you have to explain SMA, special mention accounts. While verifying the interest income of a mid-corporate branch of an urban center, having advances, that means loans, consisting of only CC for large borrowers, it was noticed that the advances of 300 crores were outstanding as a balance sheet, carrying an average rate of interest at 8% per annum. Then, one article clerk in audit team makes quick back of envelope calculations of interest income of 24 crores on advances. Oh, 8 3 is a 24, directly did. However, the PNL shows only 10%. Discuss any 2 probable reasons for such variation. Why there is a difference? So it's a different answer. This is an interpretation, so we mark it. So when you're revising from your author ka book, what do? You just do only that question what we have marked. So 26 ka A is the first question. So this is just the theory of SMA accounts, which are resulting signs of incipient stress. There could be a possibility that someone has missed, but we do not know whether he is going to pay it or not. There are signals which show that it can become into NPA. Second question, the reason for the difference in interest collection could be CC by the very nature running accounts and the utilization depends upon the needs of business. Further, interest on CC is charged on the extent of funds utilized by the borrower. It's not on the sanction. It's like utilized. It could be possible that all CCs were not fully utilized. It could be possible. Some large accounts have been sanctioned during the later part of the year, so the lower interest income on the advances for the whole year. That could be a possibility. Okay. So read this answer again. 26. Read both the answers. Please read. I am here only. Read. Understood? So article did 300 into 8, 24 crores. Okay, 300 crores into 8. But in CC, we don't earn interest on the entire amount, right? The amount utilized, it could be 100 crores also, it could be 20 crores also. Plus, we were assuming that some loans, some CC were sanctioned towards the last part, later part. So it cannot be uniform. It cannot be uniform, correct? So this was the answer for bank. So this is a different question, new variety. So 26 ka A. 26 is important, okay? Audit report. Mention the examples of circumstances when the auditor may consider it is necessary to include the EOM para. Contingent liability, early application of AS, substantial fixed assets sold. Okay, it's the same answer which is there in the notes. In the module also it is the same question is there. While drafting the auditor's report, what are the matters to be included by the auditor in opinion section para? Opinion para. We draw attention to the notes in our opinion the best of our information according to the explanation given to us. The aforesaid financial statements give true and fair view in conformity with the accounting principles generally accepted in India of the state of affairs of so and so date. Profit and loss account for sales and date. This is the thing. Identify the entity, state the FS which is audited, identify the title like balance sheet, P&L, cash flow notes, refer to the summary of significant accounting policy, and date for which period. Different question. This is we have done with SA 700 and 705 ka format. This is also done, but the question they have asked is different. To mark 25 also. 25. So 2 questions to be done from RTP. Circumstances in which the retiring auditor can be reappointed. He is not disqualified, he has not been removed, and he has not resigned. Not resigned, not disqualified, no new auditor is appointed in his place. Easy question. 22. S Private Limited. Private paid up capital 49 crores borrowing from bank of 19 crores. Audit from PN company was appointed as a start auditors. You have to check whether rotation is applicable. Listed, public, private, others. 0, 10, 50, 50. Private made is paid up share capital. Here also it is paid up share capital. Here capital is less but the loans is more. Loans is 50 crores. Okay. Paid up capital 50. No. So out of paid up capital is not applicable. But loan 99 crores. Yes. Loan 19 crores. So rotation is applicable. Rotation is applicable. 22. So first you write the theory. So the appointment of a PN company is valid because rotation is applicable. One term of 5 years. It is applicable. Okay. Then 21. XYZ following limited is engaged in the business of shoes having geographical presence across India. Following details are available from the last audit FS of XYZ for the 2021. Okay. This is which company? XYZ Limited, so public company. Whether audit committee is required? Audit committee. So for audit company you check listed, public. In public you check 3 things: paid up share capital, turnover, loans. More than equal to 10 crore, more than equal to 100 crores, more than 10, 50 crores, exceeding 50 crores. All the data has to be checked on 31st March. Sir, not applicable, not applicable. Loans, borrowings, deposits, debentures. Loans, borrowings, deposits. This is loans, borrowings, deposits, the LBDD. LBDD. 51 crores, 51 crore. Audit committee is applicable. Audit committee is applicable. Audit committee is applicable. 10 crore, 100 crores and 50 crores. LBDD exceeding 51 crores. Audit committee is applicable. So you write the theory and check the answer. So in 21, audit committee will be applicable. Right answer. So audit committee ka questions you don't see generally in the module. So you can mark this also. This is the only different question here. So 21. So towards the end we will write it out. Okay, towards the end we will write. Audit of items of FS. Same question is there in the notes. Hold on. Question 52. Year-end inventory action, depreciation, title deeds, liabilities, related party. Okay. Year-end depreciation, title deeds, liabilities, related party. Same question. PK Private Limited is in Moradabad, is engaged in export of brassware goods. The company has huge export receivables on 31st March. It is analyzed from export sales. The large number of small shipments were almost dispatched during the month of March 22. List out few audit procedures you would adopt as an auditor to verify the completeness assertion. Completeness assertion. of export trade receivable, debtors, export, and you have to check the completeness of the transaction with the transaction. So it's a different answer towards the assertion of completeness. All the sales should be recorded. All the sales should be recorded. All the sales should be relating to for particular financial year. The debtors are the actual debtors of the company. The debtors are the actual debtors of the company. So you have to check the invoices, check stock records, e-way bill, transporter's receipt, check cut-off transactions, check there should be no goods dispatch after year end, match the invoices to the dispatch or shipping details, test reviews in invoices in receivable, the basic sample basis. So again, this is a new answer, new question. 20. Read this once. Assertions are basically assumption. They are specified for completeness assertion, that all the transactions are recorded. Completeness towards export. Read. Done? Cool. Then AP chapter, analytical procedures. Explain the aspects to be considered by the auditor when designing and performing SAP, either alone or in combination with TOD, as substantive procedure, and discuss with example the factors that are relevant, whether data is reliable. Data is reliable, information from where it has been obtained. 18 question I remember in AP it is there. It is there. One second. This answer. Source of the SCNC. Source of the information, comparability, controls and nature. That is 17 question. So 18 is there, 17, let's check the answer. What the answer for 17th? Oh, suitability of SAP, reliability of data. Shreya. So yeah, suitability of SAP, reliability of the data, expectations of the recorded amount, and determine the amount of any differences. And this is SCNC, source, comparability, nature and relevance, and controls over SCNC. Same question, CA and SCNC. Two questions are only important, you have written in the notes also. Easy, same questions. In the module also, in the notes also. So people who have studied from module, you will see these two questions, okay. Now, sampling. Definition, this is also there in the module also, in the notes also. State the requirement that an audit sampling, sample design, sample size, selection of items. Definitions you have written in the notes, plus you have done it, this is in the module also. This method is considered appropriate when the population to be sampled consists of reasonably similar units fall within a reasonable range. It is suitable for homogeneous population having a similar range. Block. Explain about this method. Oh, range is simple random sampling. My mistake. Simple random sampling. Simple random sampling. So you have to write simple random sampling. Mark 16. Different. It is suitable for homogeneous population having a similar range. Those are similar items. This is range. Contiguous, heterogeneous. This is homogeneous. Heterogeneous is that block wala. 16 is different. Exam question, previous attempt. List the points that an auditor should consider for considering company's automated environment. COPIA. What are the risks company's internal control having IT environment? This is also, I have given a code, I forgot the code. Same, both the questions are there in the module also. Understanding the company's automated environment and risk. This is also we have written. Both the questions are there in the notes also, both the questions are there in the module also. IT risk. So no new answer, it is exactly same. So people who have done self-study from different authors, this both answers are important answer, okay. The first answer was asked in the exam. Then this is done. Fraud. 11, 12, both questions, module questions, both questions. Management overriding controls. Illustrate the techniques which can be committed by management overriding controls, both module questions. Write the examples of circumstances that indicate the possibility of fraud due to problematic or unusual relationship between auditor management, hostile relationship, transaction with the related party. That's the same answer. Same. Then 10. The review of internal control will enable the auditor to know the areas where the controls will explain clearly the benefits. So here you have to write the definition of ICS. People who have studied through me, dollar. It is set up by the management. What is the benefits? It helps in assessing the risk of material misstatement before only. It helps you giving correct opinion. It gives the efficiency and effectiveness of the operations. $. Then explain the matter which shall be included for factors relevant to the auditor's judgment, whether the control is relevant to the audit or not. Explain the matter which should be included for factors relevant to the auditor's judgment, whether control is relevant to the audit. And this is monitoring of control. So mark 9A. 9A was asked in the paper, I think last time, monitoring of control. This is different question. And B, I think it is there. the materiality, the significance of risk, the size of the unit depends upon. These are the factors which affects relevant to the audit. One second, I'll show you where it is written. Oh, the code is cards me. Question 9, page number 302. 302, same answer. Discuss the factors relevant to the auditor's judgment about whether a control, individual information is relevant to the audit. Okay, same answer. Cards me. So your 9A is different. 8th. Essay questions. External confirmation frequently are relevant when addressing assertions associated with the account balance and the element but need not be restricted to this item. Apart from the confirmation from bank balance account, what are the other situations where external confirmation may provide relevant evidence in assessing risk of material misstatement? External confirmation, guys. Where all you can use external confirmation? Can someone give me the essay number? 505. Correct. Sir, other than bank, debtors, creditors, lawyers, inventories, property title deeds, investments, amounts due to the lenders, account payable, debtor, creditors, long outstanding share application money. Examples where SA 505 can be used. Okay. Seven. An auditor is called upon to assess the actualities of the situation, review the FS and give an expert opinion about the truth and fairness of such accounts. He cannot do so unless he has examined the FS objectively. General answer of SA 200. Audit is a continuous process. We do not give absolute assurance. We give reasonable assurance that the FS are free from material misstatement. He has to be independent of the. It's a general answer. General answer. SA 200 theory. So I mark this 7A. Mania Textile is a manufacturer for bed sheets, certain clothes, other handloom items. Having plant at Panipat, the auditors SJ and companies having doubts over the reliability of information to give him as auditor. Auditors observe inconsistent information while conducting. Guide the auditor as how he should proceed in the given situation. Sir, if the information is given to him as auditor is unreliable, he should modify the opinion. Modify the opinion. Let's check for 7B what they have given. If audit evidence is inconsistent or he has doubt over the reliability of the information, he shall determine what modification or addition to his procedures are necessary and he shall consider the effect of the matter on other aspects of the audit. In the worst scenario, if he is still not satisfied, what will he do? He will do Amar. Okay. To different question, 7B. Six. CAR comes to know some very critical information with regards to the business cycle of an entity, for which he issued the audit report, which became known to him as an audit after the date of report, but which he existed at the balance sheet date. If known at the date, might have caused the FS to be amended or the auditor to modify. He wants to perform AP to settle as an auditor. What he shall document on the matters arising after the date of report. Document. So they have not asked the question on SA 560. They have asked on the documentation of SA 560. This is an event after, which became known to him after the date of audit report, but which existed at the balance sheet date. This is subsequent event, but here it talks about specifically on the documentation part. Documentation. Sir, as per SA 230, what are the circumstances encountered? Any new or additional procedure performed, audit evidence obtained? Sir, when and by whom the resulting changes to audit documentation were made and reviewed? He should document this. 6A. Different question. So-called. The auditor shall prepare audit documentation that is sufficient to enable an experienced auditor to understand significant matters arising during audit. Explain the above statement and give examples of significant matter. This is also there in the module question. Significant matters for documentation. You can mark this. This is an important repetitive question. 6B. Matters are any EOM matter regarding opinion, materiality, matters that gave rise to significant risk, results of the audit procedure performed, circumstances which is applying necessary for audit procedures, findings that results into audit opinion or inclusion of any EOM. These are significant matters which you need to document. Repetitive question. 6B. Then 5. While developing an audit program, the auditor may conclude that relying on certain interconnections is an effective and efficient way to conduct the audit. Story. Points to be kept in mind while developing an audit program. Developing an audit program. This you have done with me in a chapter called as audit documentation. We have written short notes on audit documentation. Audit program. For the purpose of audit program, the following points should be kept in view. Stay within the scope and limits of assignment, determine the evidence available, apply only those steps you have written in notes also. Consider all possibilities of error, coordinate the procedure to be applied to related items. Again, repetitive question. Audit program answer advantages or this, what point should be kept, they have asked lot of times. See, I have marked this as star also because this is important. Repetitive question. Then 4. The NTE of the direction, the supervision of the engagement team, members and review depend on many factors. Discuss those factors. 1 second. The NTE of the direction and supervision of the engagement team and review of their work very depend on many factors. Discuss those factors. Size of the entity, complexity of the transactions, risk of material misstatement, significant audit evidence obtained, materiality, nature of exceptions identified. Cars me. Size and complexity of the entity, area of the audit, ROM, capabilities and competence of the individual team members. Cars me. Then so 4th is also there. 4th B. What do you mean by documentation of audit plan? Discuss the purpose served by it and elaborate the tools used by the auditor to reflect a particular engagement circumstances. Circle this. So here documentation definition it is there. Purpose that is the advantages, and the only different part here is elaborate the tools used by the auditor to reflect the particular engagement circumstances. Now let's check the answer. The documentation of the audit plan is a record of the plan, nature, time and extent of RAP and further audit procedures. It serves for proper planning of the audit. The auditor may use standard audit programs or completion audit checklists tailored as needed to reflect the particular engagement checklist. Basically, they're talking about audit program and audit checklist. So in simple words, first line में you define what is audit program. Number 2 में you write the advantages. Number 3 में they use audit programs or completion checklist. Read different question, easy question. Okay. Fourth is done. 3. The firm established the policy and procedure designed to provide with the reasonable assurance that it's sufficient personnel with capabilities, competence and commitment to ethical principles. SA 220 clearly explains, stating clearly personal issues addressed by such policies and procedures. Number 2, an auditor before completion of the engagement is requested to change the engagement to one which provides a lower assurance. Should consider the appropriateness of doing so. Explain the circumstances which may contribute towards the request from the client for the auditor to change the engagement. Okay. 210, 220 and 210. Sir, what are the policies and procedures addressed in following the personal issues? Recruitment problem, capabilities, competence, career development, maybe promotion, compensation, performance evaluation. The direct question on SA 220. B is on 210. What are the needs when he requests lower assurance? Like I have given an example while teaching 210 that if you have audited previously, current year mein say you will not go to London. I am restricting your scope. Current year mein. A change in the circumstance affecting the need for the service. A misunderstanding as to the nature of audit or related service originally requested. A restriction on the scope of engagement, whether imposed by the management or due to circumstances. So you cannot go to London because we cannot afford you. So you cannot go to London because the factory has been destroyed. Genuine reason, non-genuine reason. That same answer. 3. So mark 3A. B is same. 2A. First question. There are practical and legal limitations on the auditor's ability to continue to obtain audit evidence. Explain giving example and difference between audit and investigation. Inherent limitations of audit. Nature of audit procedure, nature of audit evidence gathered. This is a big answer what we have done. And then distinguish between audit versus investigation. This you have written in the notes. Easy question. B. The auditor cannot be expected to disregard past experience to the honesty and integrity of the management. Nevertheless, I believe that the management and TCWG are honest and have integrity to not relieve the auditor to need to maintain professional skepticism. So you have to define professional skepticism, the answer. Nature of audit chapter, direct simple question, but here they have given story. Define professional skepticism. Same answer. Every question is done. So in your notes, in your book, write there, refer question 3A, 4B, 6A, 6B, 7A, 7B, 9A, 16, 21, 25, 26. Done. Dash number 22 RTP. Finished. 3A, 4B, 6A, 6B, 7A, 7B, 9A, 16, 21, 25, 26, number 22 RTP. See, ICI has framed specific RTP and it's been framing specific RTP for you guys. That means they are telling you, please do this question thoroughly. I may ask you in the paper. I may ask you. So these questions, either they are not in the module or you have not studied, or either when we are revising it, we have forgotten. These questions you have to do it thoroughly. Rest, everything is covered when you are studying with the content. Okay, so there is no amendment in the audit. Everything is repetitive. Number 22 ka this question, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 questions. Guys, you have to do this. Cool. So guys, keep following, and I'll be putting marathon of audit very soon. Recording is going on. I'll be merging it along with the handwritten note, so you can quickly revise the entire inter audit for November on, and for I think for me also gonna be the same, because hardly there are any amendments. Okay, so exactly same thing will be there. Revise it with me only. Cool. Bye bye guys, take care. Do share, do forward this video to all those who are giving with you November 22. Bye, take care, keep smiling, aim for a rank or 70 plus, which is earlier. Bye bye guys, take care, thank you.